Hey, this is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from beautiful San Diego, California, where it is quite beautiful today. Although getting rather warm. I think we're going up to like 97 or 98 or something, but it's at least the humidity has gone down a little bit as the hurricanes pass through. So I have some exciting stuff today. I spent this past weekend in Las Vegas. I wasn't on the Strip, so don't ask about any of that kind of stuff, because I was doing leadership training, where we're learning about latest stuff and how to serve you guys better, and how to serve my team better, and also learning about, there we go, also doing some fun stuff. We got to see the, hey Anne, we got to see the Beatles Love Show, which was quite fun. And we also got to do some swapping. Now, for those of you who don't know what swaps are when you make a card, or actually a whole bunch of a card, and then you hand them out to other people. You trade, basically. And I was in a really wonderful swap with a bunch of leaders where we got a lot of, well, we had to do a fun fold. And I did the fun fold that we did a few weeks ago with the truck, the one that kind of, opened up and with the circle and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have any of my swaps left because I gave them all away. But in return, I got some wonderful swaps that I'm going to share with you. And if there's some that you guys want to do later on that you've never seen before or think seem really cool, let me know, and I may have to take apart some of these because some came with directions and some didn't. But that'll be really fun. And the other thing we're going to do today is make a really quick card that's going to be one of those fast and easy but pretty impressive looking cards. Hey Louise, glad you could join. Just a reminder, you have till the end of the month, which is coming up this week, to use your $5 coupons, and you have till the end of the month for the 30% off all the kits. And also I need to know by September 5th if you want to be part of my paper share. Paper shares are just a wonderful way to get a sampling quarter package, so it's a little more than a sampling, enough to make a bunch of cards of almost everything that's in the new catalog. So send me an email. My links are either up or down, depending if you're on YouTube or Facebook, to send me a little email if you want to get in on that. And let's just get going because I have a lot to share. So turning you down here. Oops, I think that's okay. Anyway, so I'm going to, this is my host code. If you would, there we go, like to order from me till the end of the month, that would be really appreciated. All right, so this is what we call a sidestep card, and I got this card from Peggy Toldy from Colorado. And the thing that's cool about this card is it stands up. I think you can see that from up there. The cool thing is it's made from all one sheet. Now, I'd have to say this is one of the more difficult cards, but it's quite impactful. And it's only difficult because you have to go like from here to here and then to only folds part of the way up and scoring. But it's really, really a fun fold. So that's the first one. Second one is what we're calling a WV fold. This is from Laura Buchler, and looks like a regular card, but no, opens up like that. You can see it a little bit better maybe from the top, why we call it a W and then a V. That's a really fun fold. And card number 3 is called an impossible card. I don't know why they call it that. This was made by Diane Tritz, and with some new fall stamp set. And it kind of, once you get it out of the envelope, stands up kind of like that. And I think they call it an impossible card because it looks like, how the heck did they do that? But anyway, like I said, you guys, if there's one that you want, either put it in that you want me to try to make later on, put a little note in, but tell me which one it is, because your comments won't always match up to what I'm saying. So just say, you know, like fall impossible card or something if you want to make that. This card, oops. I don't know who it's from. Oh, wait a minute. It was on her little plastic envelope. We put all of these in plastic envelopes so that they don't get smushed or anything. So this is from Cindy Brumbaugh, and it opens like this. It has a belly band, and then it opens like that. That's kind of cool, huh? I'm not sure what you call this card, actually. It's kind of a gatefold with a twist. I'm not going to put this back on. This one is really tight to get all back in. And remember that step card, it's called, at the very beginning with the polar bears? This is, we call a faux step card, and this was made by Beth McCullough. Shout out to Beth. We spent a lot of time together this weekend. And what I like about it is it looks like that step card, but it's actually way easier. You guys, I think you guys and I have done one of these before because it's actually got a separate piece making that step. All right. I like this card because it doesn't look like anything special, and then you go like this, and that little sentiment just pops up. And that one is from Jackie Williams, or Jackie maybe Williams. And then this one, I think you would have to, whoops, that's the only problem with this one. I keep doing that because I pull too hard. You would put like a white piece on the back there so that you could write something. And this is a balloon fun fold card from Cindy Russell. This, I would call it a joy fold card. We got a bunch of people. Hi, Dolores. Hi, Doris. Two Dorises. So that's what we call a joy fold card. It's like a card within a card. We haven't made one of those in a while. I kind of like that setup. And this is from who? I'm not sure. Oh, see how this one tucks underneath there? So this one is up on a little dimensionals. This is a new stamp set from the September to December new mini catalog, and this is some new paper too. Isn't that cool? And this is kind of a joy card. See how it opens like that? So a joy card would be if it just went like that. But this one is like an extra special one. I like that one. Very cool. Well, it looks like I've lost who that came from, but thank you. This one's from Michelle Sturgeon, and this is a fun card. This is with new paper and new stamp and die set, the autumn leaves that we've been using. Isn't that fun? Very pretty. This is our new copper clay. Love that. All right, this is from Barb Trips, and this is one that we've done before where you fold this one back, but it's got an extra special little thing inside. Isn't that cool? So it's kind of like got a little, you know, double special area. And you could either put on the back, you know, where you want to sign, or you could put even a third card like this back here and sign there. You want to see the top? This one has, you see that little like square of cardstock in there. I'm hoping you can see that. I kind of do want to try that one because it looks like fun. All right, so this is a fun fold from, my things are getting a little mixed up. from Teresa Bailey, and this one is interesting because it doesn't open up at all, actually. It's just meant to kind of stand up like that. And this, again, New Pumpkin Patch, I think it's called, stamp set. It's the one that comes with the punch. Isn't that fun? All right, this one, I just love this person's name because it's called Robin Stampin' Hood, and that's from Robin Scherzer. So us Robins have to stick together. Yeah, Roz, I had a busy weekend, but in the last hour, it's amazing what you can kind of pull together. And this is another one of those. We've done this fold before where it's a quarter sheet of cardstock and then a real long piece of DSP, but she took it up a notch by making, 3 different. This must have been so hard. We had to make 24 of these swaps. Is that not the cutest thing? With the little piggy with the piggyback, with the backpack on. So nice job, Robin. All right, this one definitely didn't have a name, and I'm not sure what we call this card, but it I think it's a flying something card. Opens out like this, but it's also, this is like a little separate piece up here. Isn't that cool? I think Sue Campfield did a whole series on these cards. Have not made one, so we could try that. All right, this one is from Kimberly Myers. And you think it's going to open like this, but it doesn't. It actually just has a little pull-out part for your sentiment. This is the what I call the polka dot. I think they call it something else. Embossing folder that came in that set of 3 that is an online exclusive. If you guys don't have it, that's a great set. All right, and then this is from Sharon Dungan from Kentucky with her little ladybug sending hugs. And we're actually going to use this stamp set, different sentiment. This is some sort of little like box card. It stands up like that, and it's like several little boxes put together. Again, a lot of these are made so that they can stand up, and then look at the back. So cute with the other little ladybug, the one that's cut out and the other one. So thank you, Sharon. This card is from Kimberly Smith. And you think it's going to be a gatefold card because you can kind of see something in the middle, but it's not. It is actually an easel card. Really, really cute. You could easel it there, and I guess you could easel it on there. But really pretty. Thank you, Kimberly. And this one is from Sandra Roberts. This one looks hard to make, guys, and I don't have directions, so I'd have to figure it out. But it's very pretty like that. And then, oh my gosh, look at that. We've got 1, 2, 3 like little steps down. And it's like this. It's like 3 little boxes. Or half a box, sort of. Isn't that amazing, though? First, I thought it went like this, and it was supposed to be a wedding cake, so you could really do it like that. But it's not. It goes like that. Really pretty. Thank you, Sandra. All right. And this one is from, I don't know how you say her name, Sayera, Sayera Deasy. Yeah, these are amazing cards, you guys. These were all made by leaders. Like, I'm considered what we call a silver elite by how many people I have that work with me, etc., which is like the lowest level to get into this leadership conference. And so some of these are just people who do this and have been doing that. One lady I met had been doing this for 35 years. The whole 35 years that Stampin' Up! Has been around. So this is with the Earth and Elegance, and you open it like that, and then these flip open like that. And I think it's meant with all these little folds on here so that it can also stand up like that. So, whoops. Very cool. Whoops. So, nice job. Just so pretty. All right, and here is the last of the fun fold swaps. I do have a few other ones. And this one also, this person didn't put their name on it, and I really, really like this one. This is a new stamp set from the September to December mini catalog. And then it opens like that, and it actually has a gift. It's meant to be for your gift cards in here. Is that not cute? And I don't know if you can see because it's all white on white, but this is a new snowflake embossing folder that's really, really nice. And this one was made with one of those little magnets. Can you hear that in there? So that's all the ones that I got that were fun, you know, from the Fun Fold swap. And then I got some other ones because I had made a few extras. A Valentine one, and this is from Tracy Bauer. And then another one that is kind of a fun fold. I think it opens like that. And this one you could also put a gift card in. And this person didn't put their name on it. This one I love too, using that same embossing folder with the snowflakes and our new polar bear. And this is the paper that goes with the polar bear. This has got some sparkle on it. I'm not sure which paper that is. This is from Chris Carmichael. Thank you, Chris. And I guess, oh wait, this one has it on the back. Carmen McNamara. This is, I think it's Distressed Brick embossing folder back here. Love this one with the polar bears. I really like the polar bears. This is from Vicky Koltsika. Fun fold. We've done this, guys, this kind of fun fold before. I really love it. This is using our daisies. I don't know, I really love this one because, can you see the background here? It's very soft with the bubble bath, and that's using one of our masks. I just think it's so beautiful. This is from Sally Fisher. So pretty. And this is that fold that we were, the fractured technique that we were using last week. This is Renee Periano. So same kind of thing. This is our For the Guys, a birthday from Nikki Barnhart. I don't know if you can see this back, this blue is embossed with the Metal Effects, I think it's called, embossing folder. And she just took her pen and dashed around here, which I think is really cool. This one is also a fun fold, but I did not get it in my little fun fold swap. This is from Angela Curry. Spent some time with her this weekend too, but is that not the cutest? See how that kind of is hiding behind this one. Really, really cute with our monkeys. This is actually one of my favorite folds, and this I actually traded with Sue Campfield to get this. Love the autumn paper, love the new embossing folder, the Distress Tile embossing folder, and this, even though it wasn't part of my fun fold swap, was a fun fold. Is that not so beautiful, you guys? This is just a whole piece. Is this 11 inches? I'm not sure. This is 11 inches, this whole piece right here. And then you just kind of fold that up and put it in almost so it looks like a regular non-fun fold one. I think it's just gorgeous. And this is the some of the dies that come from the autumn leaves that we've been playing with. Uh-oh. I don't know what that one went with. This is again that same fractured card technique, and this one's from Nancy Burt Priest. These guys are so cute. Hey Cindy, hey Margaret, hey Vicky, welcome. Hey Linda. I'm just showing some swaps that I got from our convention this last weekend. I don't know, people are just so creative. This is from Stella McKay with our little zoo friends. This is another one that's just so simple but very, very beautiful. This is from Sue McDonald. And you see from with our daisies and such, I just think it's so pretty, and our iridescent gems. And I'm sorry I don't have a name attached to this one, but it's really pretty because you are amazing, all of you. But just, oh, nothing on the inside. Really cool, and with our little butterflies. And then one just person who gave me a 3D one, even though I didn't have any 3D swaps. And I think the hardest thing for me is figuring out how this is supposed to open. I think this is one of these. Well, I'm just going to slide it off. This is one of our little boxes. And it's got just a little treat box in here. So she just made the thing to cover it. Now this candy corn here, we have dies for candy corn coming in the new September through December catalog. So I forgot to remind you guys, if any of you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you need a catalog, or if I'm silly and I forgot to send you a catalog because you've been a customer of mine, please let me know. All right, so we're on to making a card. So the card I'm going to make is going to be with this Fragrant Forest, which is a new stamp that's coming in our September through December catalog. And it is a huge stamp. It takes up an entire, it's called an F block, our largest block. Now you could do this without a block, and just, do it in the technique that I'm going to show you. Doesn't absolutely need a block. I just find it more steady and easier to use with a block. So let me show you the card. This is the card we're going to make. Now, I don't know how apparent it is to you, but there's actually 3 colors of green on here. We've got our shaded spruce, which is this color. We've got our pretty peacock, and we've got our lost lagoon. And I played around several times with this stamp set, and I'm going to show you what I thought was the easiest way to use it. So let's make a quick card, because that's what I love about this stamp set, is the cards that it makes are just quick and easy, because you can see how if you put too much on here, you're going to lose the effect of how pretty this is. So we're going to start with the stamping. So I'll do that for the inside, this for the outside. So I had fun kind of mixing all of these together. So, and I'm going to kind of mix up the order in which I did it, just to kind of see, just to kind of play. So this is shaded spruce. And what I'm going to do is try to get a lot of it on the bottom, but not worry if it's going elsewhere, and I'll show you why. And then I'm going to put some pretty peacock on the top. This is actually the opposite of what I did before, because I just want to see if it's going to come out differently. And then I'm going to take some Lost Lagoon, and I couldn't, you could, I guess, stamp a little of this like this, but I didn't want to kind of make too much of a mess, especially with my stamps. So what I did, this I actually wiped off before. So I put this on using a blending brush on this middle part. And if you pounce it like that, you'll even get more. And you know how I always tell you, oh, pounce this off first? Guess what? We're not doing that this time because we're actually trying to get a fair amount of ink on here. Now this is the fun part. Once I felt like I was kind of done with that, I just started mixing them in, okay? So that I could mix in some different color on here. You know, so I'm kind of mixing some of these darker ones down and up so that we've got like several different colors going on. Okay. And then obviously when we're done, we're going to really try to wipe off that. And then what I'm going to do is just place this on here because this again was the easiest way for me to make sure I wasn't wiggling things. And then you're going to pick up your, I'm going to move this out of the way so that you're not going to make a mess on your hands. You're just going to fold over or just, you know, get a piece of newspaper or whatever. This paper that I got this on is 4 by 5 1/4. Plus this pad is so big that, you know, you got ink everywhere otherwise. All right, are we ready to see if we like this? Ta-da! So I just love the way it's got all these colors kind of mixed in. This one didn't mix quite as much as this other one did in terms of mixing the colors, but you can see how this is kind of graduating down and up with the color, and I just think that's so cool. Now you got to move this so you don't get a big mess somewhere. All right, we're going to let that dry. It feels a little wet, but like I said, then what you want to do is really get this clean because I smushed everything around. I probably smushed a little too much, but that's okay. But next time I use it, I really don't want this smush of color, and I don't want to be picking up different colors with it, so you really want to try to get that all off. So I'll probably even do a little bit more of it. All right, so let's do the sentiment. So my sentiment came from the layering leaves. This actually goes with this bow punch, which is wonderful because you can stamp and then punch. But honestly, the really reason I wanted this is for this sending hugs as well as this thinking of you. Today we're going to use the thinking of you. I just feel like thinking of you is a wonderful sentiment to use when you, for everything, honestly, for a, you know, like a sympathy card or a get well card, or even could be a birthday card. And this is our handmade tag punch, and I'm punching out one in our shaded spruce, which is one of our colors that we use, and then I've also already punched out one in the basic white. And I'm going to try to line up. You can see these little notches here. That's what I'm trying to line up on this line so that I can try to be straight. You guys know me and straight is ha ha ha, right? So I'm looking to see which one, because I'm that shaded spruce. I wanted to use the pretty peacock. And here's my thinking of you sentiment. And being straight, you know, is my nemesis. Good enough, right? All right, and you notice I cut one in 2 different colors, but look, you can layer them like that. Isn't that fun? So we are going to do that. Thank you, Vicki. Just have to make sure you clean off that blending brush if you're going to play around with it. All right. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, where are you now? Are you home, or are you off traveling still? All right, so that's all ready. So now we can put together our card. So I have an 11 by 4 1/4 this time, and it's scored at 5 1/2. And where's my bone fold? Right in front of my face. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. For the inside, I was just gonna try and ink up just a little bit. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I've got my, whoops, which one is the top? Which one is the bottom? This is the bottom. I've got my shaded spruce, and I'm just gonna try to ink up the bottom a little bit and see how that, although this probably is not a good idea. No, that's not gonna work because we have, well, let's just see. I'm gonna have to just put it on the top. I was gonna put it on the bottom, but that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna look good. All right, let's not do that. I will have to try and play with something to put on the bottom, to put on the inside. So probably what I'll do is try to, clean off the stamp set a little bit, because otherwise I'm gonna get this whole smush. So we may do that at the end. All right, so I'm gonna take this, and then I'm going to, I'll try to do it again. Let me go clean this off, you guys, and I'll show you what I was trying to do. But I'll have to clean it off first, I think. So talk amongst yourselves and let me clean this off. I really wanted to get it good and clean, so I went and used my instead of my chamois, which I have sitting right here, I used my whole big one. All right, you want to try that again? What do you think? Do you think we can do it and not make a mess out of it and just do this little bottom part? Except, do we really, really want to get all that mess in there? You know what would have been an even smarter thing to do is to take my blending brush and just use my blending brush on that bottom part. So instead I'm going to wipe it off and try it again. And if it doesn't work, we're just going to go back to having a plain one in the middle. That works good enough, I'd say. What do you guys think? Got a little bit of other stuff around here that was not what I intended, but I actually kind of liked it. All right, let's close this up and put it in. I love that you can just, as I say to my people in my class, it's just ink and paper. Try it again. See what you can do. I think that looks really pretty. All right, so like I was going to say, let's move on here. We are going to take the Simply Elegant trim, comes in the silver, but we're going to do it in the gold. And I just pull it out and I kind of pull it straight because it comes off really, really curly otherwise. We're just going to kind of over here on the bottom, make a bow. Oops. This always feels like I could use one more hand. You know how it's, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but it is hard to sometimes make a bow on command on a Facebook Live. So it's always a little bit of a risky business to try, but I think that came out pretty good. All right. And now we're just going to glue that to the front. All right, maybe I missed them, but I didn't see you guys make any comments about wanting to learn any of those fancy folds, so I may pick one and do it. I'm just getting so excited about this new product because I think this is a fabulous catalog. And, you know, the other point of this was I know the trees remind people of Christmas and such, but you can really use them year round. And you can use them, there's some great things to use them for in the catalog, but there's also, you know, a thinking of you that you can use this for, because there's nothing that says, you know, trees have to be Christmassy. So when your dad lived with you, he was your other hand. Yeah, we could really use one of those. So I don't know if you can see, but this one's got the shaded spruce up here, the Lost Lagoon, and the Pretty Peacock. And this one I flipped. The Pretty Peacock's up here, the Lost Lagoon in the middle, and the shaded spruce on the bottom. And then we forgot our little, you guys know I forget these a lot when I'm doing my Facebook Lives with you because I'm so excited that I just totally forgot that I needed them. So these are pastel adhesive back sequins. I haven't used a lot of the gold ones, and that's why I decided that I was going to use them today, because I've really used more of the pink and the turquoise ones in here. So should we put it up there? No, that looks like it's supposed to be a line. So what do you guys think? Do you have a favorite one? In terms of this coloring, I'm not sure, but I do like it. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Lisa. But this, like I said, this has got to be the easiest thing to do. I mean, you could see how you could do the whole thing in one big color. The other thing sometimes I'll do is I'll pick the lightest color. Maybe we can even try that. That's what I was doing before I came on, is I was just trying all the different colors on here and playing around, but I didn't have a whole lot of time because I've been real busy. So let's just wipe that off, sort of. That's just like a chamois cloth from that you can get at Home Depot, etc. Here's another way to do this. We'll just see how this turns out just for fun. The other way you can do this is you can take your Lost Lagoon, which is your lightest color, and kind of put it everywhere. Okay, and then you take your blender pen or your sponge daubers, I mean not blender pen, blending brush. This is the shaded spruce, and you just start adding it to it. The reason I'm kind of doing this in between, I'm wiping it off before I go back to my ink pad, is I just don't want to get all the different colors on any given ink pad. I'm trying not to, contaminate them, basically. So let's get a little more shaded spruce off before we head into our pretty peacock. Thank you, Peggy. And we'll put a little pretty peacock up here. Maybe even a little on the tops here. And then let's see how that's going to look. Just another technique, another way to use one of these big stamps and have some depth to it by having all the different colors on there. So you can see which way we like better. Whoops. See that one, to me, that one looks a little washed out, doesn't it, compared to the other one? So I'd say the other way we did it looked better, personally. Let me get rid of the messed up background here. And again, like I said, I'm going to try to get as much as I can off of this brush. Because I used one brush. I always use just one brush for all the greens. So that'll be my brush for next time. But let me turn this over and you can see the difference. To me, mostly what I see here is the Lost Lagoon. And here, yeah, don't like that one so much. Here you see all of them. Yay. Okay, well, you guys experimented with me. Again, it's ink and paper, so experiment away. All right. Love having you guys come visit me on Monday afternoons, and I will see you next week. And go back and look through this again and tell me if there's any of those fun folds that you guys would really like to see. So thanks a lot, and also let me know if you want a paper share or anything else, or a catalog. Thanks.